Okay, and we're recording, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay. So somebody hit the button?
Yeah, somebody hit the button. We're not going to hit the button again. I think Jordan and I both tried to hit it at the same time.
But the button has been hit.
Yeah,
It's
the
It
button
does
I
not
see the
need
red
to be
go.
hit again.
rolling.
The red is going, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a cold open?
I mean, do we ever have a cold open? They just kind of appear.
I actually don't like it when we come in and someone has like something actually that they're trying to do. Like, I just like to get it rolling so that, theoretically we might encounter a problem. We can fix it before we're actually trying to get stuff that we want to keep. And so yeah, I feel like it's better if it's just like, oh, this random thing that we happen to have the mic pick up before we actually got started.
The funniest cold opens are the ones we don't plan. Not this one, but like other ones.
If it were up to me, we'd have zero planned. And it would just be a thing that happens. And sometimes we wouldn't have one. It would just start and it would be fine.
Which is also fine. Fuck
Yeah.
it. We're
It's
doing
gotten
it
to the
live.
point where it's a little jarring to me when I just hear the music right away, but
Well, you know what? It's slightly easier for me.
I
if
believe that.
There's nothing that I have to cut.
Okay.
Okay, good. I guess we just start the episode then.
No cold
Sure.
open
I
this
mean,
week.
Yeah, just go.
yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Step on me.
Sicko Melly here with the recap of your Sickos Game of the Week. The West Virginia Mountaineers matriculated from Morgantown to Athens, Ohio to take on the Ballyhooed Bobcats, the MAC champions from a year ago. The Merry Mountaineers 1-0 were led by a coach who returned after many, many moons. The Bobcats, bruised and battered from falling just short last week against the rugged Knights of Rutgers, wanted to spoil the return of Rich Rod. Plenty of people paraded into Peden and packed the premises in anticipation of the football feature on the field. The game started slow with plenty of punts, but the Mountaineers drew first blood after a 32-yard Jaheim White touchdown trip. The Bobcats battled back, and Brack Peacock, yes, that's the kicker's name, voted 3 through the uprights. Primetime player Parker Navarro took control of the KG contest in the second frame. Navarro navigated a timely touchdown drive, putting Ohio ahead 10-7. Then a pinpoint pass from Parker for 31 yards out-boosted the Bobcats and ballooned their lead to 10 just before the end of the first half. The Mountaineers marched out of halftime and chipped away at the lead, tacking on a field goal to make the contest 17-10. The notable Navarro needed to guide the Bobcats carefully to see out the second half. However, Parker's passes were picked off again and again and again. The Mountaineers couldn't capitalize on Ohio's exuberant errors, and their odious offense went backwards for a total of -7 yards, going 3 and out 3 straight times, much to Rich Rod's chagrin. The Bobcats, clinging to a 7-point lead, couldn't consume the clock to completion, but the cunning Cats confused the Mountaineers' mercurial miracle, coaxing him into coughing up an ill-timed interception. The Ohio onlookers celebrated with glee as their Bobcats defeated the mighty Mountaineers for the first time since '49. The Bobcats backers gave their boys a boisterous cheer that rang throughout the packed Peden pews, sounding out the oratory audio. Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Bobcats 17, West Virginia 10.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee Podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of September 7th, 2025. It is 9:03 p.m. Central Time. Do you know where your children are?
Hopefully in bed. Just put them there.
Folks, we have finished week 2 of college football. We are 1/6 of the way through the season. That's true. That's mathematically correct.
Well, is it? Because bye week.
Well, yeah, for most teams.
And
Okay.
also, the postseason goes on for a long ass time. But whatever, we're through 6th of the way through the regular season.
For most teams, there are some teams that have already played 3 games. There's some teams, I think, that have only played 1 game.
Mhm.
And if we start talking about like other levels, then you're completely wrong.
Some haven't even started yet.
The Ivy League has not played a game yet.
Of course, they
That's right.
fucking haven't.
No.
Because we came to play school. Folks, week 2 was wild with upsets. We're going to talk about them. But first, as always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Beth, Pitt Girl, Arthur on the 1s and 2s, and special guest, Spreadsheet Master Kevin. Kevin, how are you?
Notre Dame did not play during butt week, so I'm doing fantastic.
Pitt
We
Girl, how are
played
you?
butt week last week.
It's hate week. Happy hate week.
And with your spirit.
I'm in and also with you, girly.
And cum spirito tuo.
This is why we're fighting.
Yeah.
Beth, how are you?
Happy hate week. I am mentally and emotionally prepared to absolutely ruin Pitt's season this week.
Yeah, I'm concerned enough about that I'm thinking about calling the full cast line to tell them that I'm concerned about it.
Commish, how are you?
I'm good. Fun weekend. Just a bunch of games that I watched and enjoyed, and there was definitely not a completely devastating loss that one of my teams suffered.
So let's talk about our game of the week, because we weren't sure about it. And we put it out to our friends, our Patreon members, and they said West Virginia at Ohio. And we weren't sure about that. Behind the scenes, we were hemming and hawing about this.
It was a tough week to figure out because there was a lot of. We could have probably talked ourselves into maybe about 10 to 12 games as the game of the week. And inside the Patreon, if you do join, it's $5 a month. In the Discord, we, basically what I do is I throw out a list of all the FBS versus FBS games. And, I kept shuffling the list and it was just like, well, this should be number 1. This should be number 1. Why is this number 1? I was like, fine, I'm going to put a poll of 10 games and we're going to do like voting rounds. And we did like 3 or 4 voting rounds to get number 1. And it wound up settling on West Virginia at Ohio.
So let's get the points out of the way. Ohio 17, West Virginia 10.
Uh-huh.
Beth, you were indisposed of during this game and getting updates.
I was. So I was playing in a musical while this game was going on. I managed to sneak out and watch about 2 minutes of the game, which naturally was the part where I watched our running back get destroyed.
Oh, no.
That's the only part I saw.
That is unfortunate. Not that a lot of the rest of it was better, but that was the worst part.
This is the 3rd time that West Virginia has lost in Athens in history. They've never won in Athens, in fact.
Yeah.
Still don't understand what we were doing in Athens, but here we are.
The last time you were in Athens was 1949.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Parker Navarro, Ohio quarterback, threw 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm. And did it matter?
Nope.
No,
Yeah.
did not matter at all.
I love this drive sequence when I was doing the recap and the intro for Sick O'Malley. I love this drive sequence. So it's 17-10. West Virginia gets the field goal to make it 17-10. Then this is the sequence that happens. Interception by Ohio. Parker Navarro throws an interception. What does West Virginia do? 3 and out, 0 yards, punt.
Mhm.
Next drive, Parker Navarro again, interception after like 13 plays. Interceptions. What does West Virginia do after that interception?
So much with it.
3 and out, they gain 7 yards and punt.
Hey, that's progress. That's more yards.
Well, hold on, Pitt Girl. Next time Ohio gets the ball, 4 plays, interception. Parker Navarro, another interception. What does West Virginia do after the interception? 3 plays, negative 14 yards, and punt. So they got three INTs, in a row, successive drives.
Three in
West
a row.
Virginia,
Three
West
in a row.
Virginia, West
Oh my
Virginia,
God.
with 3 in a row. West Virginia had 9 plays after those 3 INTs for a combined -7 yards.
I told you this is a bad team. I
I
told
know
you
laughing,
this.
I know laughing at this is gonna bite me in the ass next week, but man, this shit's funny.
Oh man, see, I
We're gonna-
refuse to
Oh
look
my
at this.
God.
I refuse to acknowledge it. I did not pay attention to this game at all. I'm like, I'm not looking over there. I'm not looking over there. I'm still not. Like, it happened at this point, 2 days ago? Well, it's 1 day ago now. It'll be like 3 days ago when you hear the podcast. But I'm not acknowledging this at all. I'm not acknowledging anything. I mean, this to me is rat poison.
I took it upon myself to watch this game on Beth's behalf, and I did watch kind of a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Puddles was on TV at some point.
Oh, really? I didn't see him.
Apparently.
But I also didn't watch the whole game end to end, so. But I was
That's
looking for
fine.
him. I knew he was there.
So Beth, the family was there. How did they take this?
No one will answer my calls.
Oh,
I've been
no.
trying to call them yesterday. No one will answer. Like, calls, text, nothing. It's going straight into the void.
Oh, yeah.
My baby brother sent me an emoji of a middle finger when I asked him how the game went, and that is the only communication I've received from my family.
Wow. I would like to state for the record that Obnoxiously Pitt Dad has inquired about your welfare. So
I'm fine. I made $50 instead of watching this game.
yeah, I think that's a win.
Better use of the mental health there, I think, for sure.
Look, I think this is a 3-win team. I think the 3 wins will be very stupid. And that's where we are.
Pitt Girl, there was something you wanted to read into the record?
Yes, I would like to read a Blue Sky post from Joel Beal, who posted this shortly after the game ended yesterday. Quote, "My senior year at Ohio, a West Virginia fan jumped behind the counter at a Court Street pub and challenged anyone to a drinking contest. A female bartender punched him in the face and told him never to disrespect her bar. He cried and threatened to sue. Go Bobcats."
You know, asked and answered.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of becoming a thing now. Don't go to Athens, Ohio. Big 12 teams, stay away from Athens, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's the dark place, Simba. You must never go there.
I'm thrilled for like the stadium, like Peden Stadium, like being sold out, like 26K plus for that. I'm thrilled for the Bobcats, the fan base and everything like that. You really, man, it's tough to see a Mac Stadium just packed to the gills and like standing room only. And it was for this game. So fantastic atmosphere. Congrats to the Bobcats on the win.
Beth, is Nico going to be okay?
Define okay. I still haven't watched this game, by the way. I did not do this. I refuse. He was, I would say, uninspiring under Neil Brown's leadership. And when Rich Rod comes into his school and doesn't love any of the quarterbacks, he will sometimes take whatever quarterback he has and sort of make him into an offering to whatever dark god Rich Rod serves. Shouts up to Adam Bednarik. You were a good trier, buddy. So I'm going to watch this before. Yeah, it's not going to be great. Do you understand what I'm talking about now whenever I say we're trying to build this on Nico's legs?
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, it feels like they're trying to do the Riley Leonard like head first run with Nico all the time.
Yeah,
That's not going to work, buddies.
It's not. No.
You're not going to win doing that, guys.
It's the Ralph Wiggum going through the window thing, and I'm like, that's not how you need to use your quarterback here.
Yeah, it didn't work against Bobby Moe. Like, this isn't going to go well.
Again, it's just the Ralph Wiggum through the window. That's what the offense seems to be made out of at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a competent running game too, kind of. So very past tense. It's fine.
Next up, we have Tulsa, New Mexico State. New Mexico State wins this one 21-14. Commish, I need you to read the first half drive chart, please.
All right, this game was fun. I enjoyed this one, but we had an incredibly sickos first half, and I love it so much. So I'm just going to read it. Here we go. First quarter, Tulsa, turnover on downs. Punt. Tulsa, turnover on downs. Punt. Punt. Field goal. Punt. 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 Interception. Fumble. Missed field goal.
Magic.
Just
Beautiful.
magic in the desert.
God, that's pretty.
It was a great game. They basically figured each other out in the second half, and it became a little bit of a back and forth game. New Mexico State got to a 13-7 lead. Tulsa took the lead. Then New Mexico State hit a pass and a 2-point conversion to make it 21-14. And New Mexico State, honestly, I think this is the first time they've been 2-0 in a really long time. Let me see here. Hold on.
It's been a long while.
And let's see here. I think it says it's their best start since 2014.
Okay.
They have never been 3-0. The last time they've been 3-0, I'm sorry, they've never been 3-0 in a long time. Last time they were 3-0 was 1999.
Okay.
So
Well, usually they end up playing a blowout game in week 2. So they had
week 1, week 2, they are the bye game folks. So it's rare to see them 2-0, which is fantastic.
And they get Louisiana Tech next week, so 3-0
Another
is
winnable
on
game.
the table. Yeah.
We'll see.
North Carolina State 35, Virginia 31. Guys, this one was fucking fun. All
This was
gas,
a
no
heater.
break.
Yeah.
Virginia had over 500 yards of total offense.
I missed almost all of this game because the Pitt game was on, and I'm kind of mad about it.
This game was phenomenal.
I was sad that I missed this one.
Yeah,
this was the one that I was leaning towards putting the game of the week. And again, we are a committee, but this is the one that I was like, I feel like this is weird as hell. It's a non-con conference game.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going to be strange here. It's the pina colada game, as Arthur dubbed it. This was wild and just back and forth. And I'm like, is Virginia fun?
Yes.
They're
incredibly fun.
Talk to your kids about fun Virginia.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. With like Calandria, it was just basically feast or famine. But like Virginia was like, I'm like, anytime I got the ball, I was like, this is a fun offense. This is
Chandler Morris threw it 43 times.
Yeah. Just slinging it everywhere.
Like, it was so much fun to watch. CJ Bailey on North Carolina State side also threw it for 23 times. Like, it was a lot of fun.
Both quarterbacks were dynamic. They were involved in like every part of the offense. Just a blast to watch. A phenomenal non-con ACC game.
This felt like a Big 12 game. Like it was popping off like crazy. I also want to mention NC State rushing attack, 140 yards. A man by the name of Hollywood Smothers.
Smothers.
I'm still mad he's not a cornerback. I've brought this up in the Discord on several times. That is the most cornerback name ever created. But
wait, there was another Smothers that I found too later in the day.
Are you saying that there is the potential for Smothers Brothers? Is that what I'm hearing here?
So there was Hollywood Smothers, and then at the Citadel, there was Sayre Smothers, a true freshman, and he basically took advantage of, he got a scoop and score. So he's on the defensive side. One's on the offensive side, one's on the defensive side.
You can all tell we have old ass parents because we're making Smothers Brothers jokes. Jesus Christ, guys.
They didn't get many likes on the timeline because nobody knows about the Smothers.
No one knows who the Smothers
Nobody knows about that. And I'm like, Hollywood Smothers. And I'm like, and then there was another one. I'm like, the Smothers brother. Like, nobody knows this shit.
For the record, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I knew.
I mean, to be clear, I know about them only insofar as I know that they were a group of famous people that existed.
Yeah.
That's
My mother
basically it.
talks about them a lot. That's all I got. This can be the one podcast she listens to.
I think
Then
I
she
only
can
remember
explain to
they
me
were
who
on.
they are again.
They were on like late night TV a bunch.
Like Lawrence Welk or something.
Per Wikipedia, the Smothers Brothers were the American duo of brothers Tom and Dick Smothers, who performed folk singing, music, and comedy. The brothers' trademark double act was performing folk songs, Tommy on acoustic guitar, Dick on bass, which usually led to arguments between them. Tommy's signature line was, "Mom always liked you best." Tommy, the elder of the two, acted slow, and Dick, the straight man, acted superior. And there's a lovely little picture of them.
There you go.
I'm just trying to think of a Dick Smothers way to turn
Right.
that into a joke. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you just told me to ask, like, there were some people called the Smothers, but like, what did they do? Still, no idea.
I think I said this, but Virginia had over 500 yards of total offense. NC State had over 400. It was just pew 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 pew.
ACC.
Virginia probably should have won this game, but I wouldn't say that they would have definitely won because they were inside the red zone and they threw like a really bad interception in the end zone to lose the game. But even if they did score there, like NC State still had like a minute left to at least get a field goal to tie. So, even if Virginia scored, that game was not over. But, NC State was able to hang on.
Hawaii 37, Sam Houston 20. Revenge on the island. Hawaii takes the win at night. We have their quarterback. Give me his name. It's Miguel.
Micah Alejado.
Micah Alejado, thank you.
Yes.
Was hurt. Did not play. And so we had Luke Dreamweaver, as we're calling him.
Yes.
And basically, Luke goes out there and does it.
Like Luke does it. I love this play call from Timmy Chang. It's 4th and 2. There's a minute 53 left in the game. And you're on Sam Houston's 15-yard line. So, I mean, do you run the ball and just try to pick up the first down and just run the clock out and not get it? Maybe Sam Houston still has some life. No. Luke Dreamweaver throws a touchdown to the corner of the end zone. And just, I think Joey came up with this name. It was definitely not myself. So
no, it was good. It was good.
It's very good. But he throws like the perfect pass to the corner of the end zone, and it's a completion for a touchdown, and just another touchdown to make it 37-20. Just imagining the ball floating in the air. It's like Dreamweaver.
Did you see what happened to the Hawaii surfing cheerleader as they came out?
Yes.
No.
She wiped out.
Oh, no.
Because they always carry a surfboard and cheerleaders on top of it surfing as they run out, and she ate it.
And the guys carrying the board look around why is it suddenly so much lighter?
She took out one of the guys on the side when she fell.
Oh no! Someone set the clip of her falling to wipe out.
That was JM. Thank you, JM.
Yep. Thank you for that. We needed it. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, we hope she's okay for sure.
She's fine. She's fine.
Okay, she's fine.
We're good.
Everybody, she's okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
North Carolina 20, Charlotte 3. I was correct about this one.
You were, but I'm disappointed.
This was a nothing burger. I mean, this is just I
feel like UNC still only putting up 20 on Charlotte is kind of interesting.
Not a good sign.
It's not a good sign. No.
I love having 2 data points because now we can draw that line and we can be like, oh no, they're trending badly.
The line for UNC, technically the line points up, but not in a good way.
It's a very shallow slope.
Mm-hmm. Did it look like Belichick was having a good time?
No.
Never.
Okay.
Does he ever look like he's having a good time?
No, but I've always been curious to know what that would look like.
He was wearing a white polo, and I'm like, it looks so weird.
Yeah, this was not.
It was just not right.
It hugged him weird. It was boxy, but all in the wrong ways.
It was very tight fitting and very thin, and neither of those work for him.
Do we think that he just doesn't know how to wear clothes?
He needs to stick to the giant baggy sweatshirts. Like, you had a look. I'm not going to say it was a good look, but it worked for you.
So I just want to read North Carolina's drives in the second half of this game.
Go for it.
3 plays, -7 yards punt. 3 plays, 8 yards punt. Now, here was the big one. 14 plays, 40 yards field goal. Then 3 plays, 9 yards punt. And 3 plays, 9 yards punt. So
it rhymes. It's got a rhythm to it. 3 plays, 9 yards punt. 3 plays, 9 yards. Like that.
Yeah. If you would not believe it, they did score a touchdown on their first drive of the game.
They're good at the scripts.
And then subsequently only had one more touchdown drive. They did also have a field goal drive. They only had to go 34 yards, so it wasn't like they really strung together a long drive. And their other field goal drive that I mentioned earlier was only 40 yards. But they did have those too. But yeah, other than that, a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of punts. There were a couple more punts in the first half where they got like a few more plays. But this offense is not great.
Yeah, if they didn't get the 2 turnovers from Charlotte, if Charlotte didn't turn the ball over twice, game would probably be closer. And the yardage, really, like 30 yards of difference. I think North Carolina had. Yeah, it wasn't like a beatdown. Charlotte kind of beat themselves a little bit, but again, they just don't have, as you call it, the juice to beat a power conference team just yet.
Yeah, just to give you a comparison, North Carolina had 303 yards of offense in this game. App State the week before had 586 yards of offense against this Charlotte team.
Beth, I want you to know that West Virginia took it on the chin twice this weekend.
Perfect.
Because Missouri State 21, Marshall 20. Newcomers, Missouri State.
One in a row. One in a row. One in a row.
That one's fine. That can happen all the time.
This was.
I'm not counting that as an L. I did take 2 L's this weekend, but that's not one of them.
This was a 10-point comeback. The first FBS win for Missouri State. First road win of the season. This was a huge win for the Missouri State program. And I want to say that I called this in last week's preview episode.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying I called this one.
I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound like disrespect to Missouri State, and it genuinely is not. The outcome of this game tells me that Marshall is down really bad. Like, so bad. They are down so bad.
Oh, no.
This is the season where we should have had West Virginia Marshall play.
Oh, no.
The Friends of Toilet Bowl.
Oh, my God.
This is the season this needs to happen.
Oh, my God.
I honestly...
First team to 3 wins.
Congrats to Missouri State. I mean, that's a big win on the road.
It's huge.
It's huge for the program. And again, they're Marshall's doing, like, there's like 40 some odd people. Like, we read all the things of what Marshall's trying to do. Yeah, it's going to take some time. There's a lot of turnover. Like, when you have a new coach and new coordinators, it's going to take some time. When you have a new coach, new coordinators, and new everybody.
And you're trying to be Marshall at the same time. It's hard.
Yes, it's gonna be tough. So, hopefully it gets better for Marshall. But I'm not taking anything away from the Bears. Congrats, Missouri State, and we beveled you. Enjoy.
Missouri State ended Marshall's 9-game home win streak and 15th straight home opening win.
Oof.
There were a lot of P5 teams, P4, P6, whatever you want to call them, teams that had rough weekends. UNLV 30, UCLA 23.
Oh, buddy.
Matt Brown, friend of the program, was asking a big question. And the question is, can UCLA get 2 wins out of this season? They play Northwestern.
Okay, maybe
Dark
one.
place to be at the beginning of September.
And they play New Mexico.
I feel like they can. Like, I'll take the over there just because, they could get better as the season goes on.
What about
And
2.5, Arthur?
I mean, I don't know. Like, again, could be.
This is the kind of question of the challenge is, do you really think this sport is stupid? And yeah, I do. I do think this sport is stupid.
They're gonna get one. They're gonna find a weird game to play for sure.
They do host Maryland.
They get Maryland in October.
That's in October. It's not September.
Yeah.
Oh, sleepy Maryland.
And Washington is still kind of an unknown quantity for me personally.
Yeah.
Washington absolutely throttled UC Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You beating UC Davis as a FBS team.
I'm not saying that Washington's going to be bad. I'm also not saying that we know that Washington's going to be good. That's all I'm saying.
And even good Washington, like, is not above just dropping an absolute howler. That's my thing. That's my thing with Nebraska. They went to Nebraska last year and they shocked Nebraska. Now, if you have Nebraska playing really, really late night out in the Rose Bowl, I mean,
it's true.
Who knows? But
what month did they host Maryland?
October 18th.
October 18th.
Yeah.
October 18th.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not writing them off fully, but it's not a good start.
Also, I just want to put this out here into the air because I'm a hater. Penn State goes to UCLA October 4th.
Do the funniest thing.
No. Do the funny thing. Please do the funny thing, UCLA.
Anthony Calandria, 15 for 21, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's so much fun to watch. I'm glad he's with Dan Nolan right now.
Can we show the near disaster for Calandria? I just want you to watch.
Is it really worth watching?
It is worth watching.
It is.
Because I didn't think it was because it didn't count. It got called back.
I mean, it's worth watching because it got called back.
It's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen on a football field.
I mean, he got lucky to get away with this because this would have made it 30-27. But
Jordan, you're just showing us a weird X.
X.
I know. I'm trying to load it. It's not loading.
Everything X.
It's not worth it. It's not. It's agreeing with me. It's not really worth watching.
That's fine.
I mean, I can describe it like he's getting sacked and he's just trying to throw the ball. I don't know where, and he throws it right to a defender.
Right to a lineman.
It's a big guy, on defense, and he has a direct path to the end zone, runs it in, but because he was getting sacked, his knee was down, so it didn't count.
I hate it when ref bullshit takes away a completion.
Is Twitter down?
Oh no!
Who knows?
Oh no!
I mean, it's
been crappy all day, so I mean,
it's its thing,
Michigan State 42, Boston College 40, one of several overtime games this weekend. Mm-hmm. I don't know if either of these teams are good or if this is an example of two mediocre teams just smashing against each other.
I suspect the latter, but it was extremely enjoyable to watch.
BC was decent last year, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I know they lost a lot, but
their quarterback that made them fun is now at Florida State.
Yes,
so
I'm aware.
Well, they had benched that quarterback before the season even ended, so I don't know if he was that good with them.
This was great. This is like one of those games where you're like, what the hell is this doing in primetime? But then you get like a double OT thriller out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, okay, maybe this was the right call for primetime. Like maybe NBC was like, hey, these are two really closely aligned, equal teams that are in power conferences. And let's just throw it in primetime and see what the hell happens. And man, did this game deliver? I love the Michigan State punter, Ryan Eckley. I mean, he has like phenomenal punting stats, and then he has a golf swing celebration. So he puts a punt that just basically downs itself on the 1 yard line, like nearly 60-yard punt, and he does the golf swing celebration. And look,
it's beautiful.
I like Childs, the quarterback for Michigan State, electric. And it seems like he's growing up. Like last year, he had a lot of growing pains, and
I mean, Michigan State may bite somebody in the Big Ten like Michigan State does when they were biting Michigan State.
This is what I'm looking for and looking forward to. I like bitey Michigan State. I want this. I want
Michigan
them to be
State
back
is supposed
to
to be
that point.
bitey.
Yes.
That's East Lansing. That's bitey. That's stupid weather and ridiculous conditions. And then Michigan State, all of a sudden you lose to Michigan State and you're like, how the hell did that happen? And the kicker's wheeling away in celebration doing the arm thing after kicking a game-winning field goal over Ohio State. I mean, that's bitey Michigan State. And that's something that we need. And BC, look, don't take anything away from this BC. Like I think he just fell on the 2-point conversion in double OT.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like he was trying to roll out, and he's like, somebody's breaking open. He just the turf got him, I think, and he just ate it, unfortunately. So,
Washington State 36, San Diego State 13. Washington State is looking pretty well put together. They're 2-0 at this point, and looking like they're going to be the favorite in the Pac-2 this year to take the title.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Oregon State's issues in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I feel like San Diego State's still not, like, they're still getting the Brady Hoke out.
Man,
that takes a while to flush out.
It's been years at this point, man.
But how long did it take Michigan to flush it out?
Too.
Oh God!
How long did it take Michigan to rid themselves of the Hoke?
That shit stains. You got to run that through with OxyClean at least twice.
I mean,
it's like heavy metal poisoning. It's going to take a long time. Your skin might turn blue.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to take a little bit of time. But, I mean, San Diego State, they're getting pieces. At least they're not having like a safety as a converted quarterback again, which is.
I mean, that's really fair.
Yeah. At least that's not happening. Which, unfortunately, that was happening for them. But, yeah, Wazoo looked good. They look well put together. They got over whatever the Battle of Palouse was, which, I mean, you kind of got to throw the records out, even though it's FBS, FCS. Those schools are just 8 miles apart. So, yeah, they look good.
The name we need to be familiar with is Jackson Potter, who's their quarterback. Went 28 for 42, 257 yards, 3 TDs. Jackson Potter, that's Jackson with an X.
Because we're incapable of spelling that word.
That's 2025.
Yeah, it sure is.
I was wrong about this next game. North Texas 33, Western Michigan 30. I was sure
that went to OT also.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I was sure that North Texas was going to wander up there and just molly Western Michigan. North Texas was behind most of this game.
And then you posted, I was wrong about this game, and then the North Texas comeback began.
It was beautiful. I had to repent. If I repent out loud,
I was wrong about this, and then here comes the mean green. Your mean green.
Did you hear that, Pitt Girl? Last year, Jordan could have repented.
Ooh. And he didn't.
Look, man, I could not have saved Pitt from that SMU game. Okay, there was no way.
But I mean,
give me the library glasses. Don't give me the look.
I'm going to give you the look because you could have repented and you didn't.
Listeners, I have to mention that Pitt Girl is wearing the best beanie ever. It just says, it's a black beanie that just says "Yay Sports" in white print. It's great.
I got it at Aldi. Well, I checked so Aldi shoppers will know that they have the rotating aisle of random shit, and you can see what's going to be in the rotating aisle of random shit if you go on their website and look at the weekly specials. And I looked at the list mostly to see what the random rotating food items were, but I saw that this hat was available, and I sent obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend to the store and was like, if they have this hat, I want it. And he bought it for me, and it was $5, and it's a very nice hat for $5. Like, the Yay Sports is embroidered on, it's not an iron-on. Quality hat.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to go to Aldi.
You should. We can match.
I was just, guys, I was
Wrong
so
week
sure
for that.
I was so sure that North Texas was just going to torch Western Michigan, and I was just wrong about this. It had to go to overtime. It required a huge comeback. Oh my God.
There was a point where Western Michigan had like a 27-10 lead, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then North Texas comes all the way back to tie the game 27-27. Western Michigan could almost salt the game away, but they came up short. But then I don't know what happened. North Texas offense caught fire, and they just couldn't stop them. And Western Michigan kicks a field goal in OT to go up by 3, and then North Texas walks it off in the OT with a touchdown. It was a fantastic game. I feel for Kalamazoo, but that was great entertainment, and that's why I was like, I don't know what to expect from this game, and I didn't know what to expect, and it was just a phenomenal game.
Another game that was phenomenal was Syracuse 27, UConn 20. UConn, you were there, guys. You had them. You had them.
Understatement of the year.
I watched this
Syracuse
whole game.
Looked so bad for a lot of this,
and it was UConn's fault for making them look bad. Like UConn was making Syracuse look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was not Syracuse screwing themselves over. UConn had a goal line stand in the first drive. Then they had another red zone stop on downs, and I'm like, Fran, kick a field goal, man. Just like on the if you fail on downs the first time and you get down there again, like just kick the field goal this time. Like give me some points, because you're gonna be chasing it. And UConn was basically the ultimate bend but don't break defense. And they were just hounding Angeli for Q's all game long. And I still don't know how Syracuse tied it. I was so confused that Syracuse tied it at the end. I tweeted the wrong play. I tweeted a play that they gained the first down inside the 5, and I was like, Syracuse has tied the game. And then somebody like 8 hours later, I got a reply that just says question mark, and I was like, I tweeted the wrong play. Like I didn't even know how this happened. I still didn't even know how it happened. I'm like, I don't. And then UConn is making circus catches to tie the game to send it to OT. I'm like, this was a phenomenal game.
The best part was that 1, winners get washed. Fran Brown gets to take a shower.
He does.
2, he was so pissed off afterwards. He made his players run sprints on the field in pads, and he ran with them.
Yes.
This is the most coach brain thing I've ever seen.
Fran Brown doesn't fucking play. Like, he is serious as shit about all this.
Like they sang the song, and then he's like, no, we're running sprints. And then he was out there running sprints too. Like people were just like, if Fran Brown is making his team do, I'm like, no, Fran was running with him. It's like, it's not just him. Like he's like, I need to do better. I'm gonna make myself run sprints. But at least he gets a shower after those sprints. Because winners get washed.
Can you imagine if someone with terminal coach brain had to go take on another job? Like if he'd become an accountant or something?
I think there are definitely people like that in regular jobs, and it's not pleasant usually, but there are definitely people out there that are a little crazy about stuff. I do think like people have gotten the shower thing kind of wrong, because like that has taken off. But I've seen people thinking like, oh, like he can't like shower the whole week, or like he can't shower till they win again. Which no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
24-hour rule.
Yeah, no, he's not gross.
It's just like right after, which is still probably going to be kind of gross.
It is. It is gross, but it's not like gross.
I haven't been to that stadium in a few years, but I recall it being a hot stadium.
Yeah.
In the border war, Missouri 42, Kansas 31. Y'all, you never would have thought this one had ever been put on pause, because the hate online on this one was fucking wild.
It's so spicy. We should play this game every year.
I mean, the hate goes up when a game is on pause, I think, because you don't have the outlet of an actual game to diffuse anything.
The online jawing about this and the historical facts that always come up is super spicy.
Which, on this note, the powers that be at ESPN want us to call this rivalry the Border Showdown. And I would like to say on behalf of the committee, fuck that. This is the border war.
There was an actual war.
Right. This one is named after an actual war.
It was an actual war.
Any rivalry, if any of these are going to be named after, are going to be called war, it's the one that's named after an actual fucking war.
Yes.
Yeah, ESPN, read a book.
It's funny that you think ESPN can read.
No, I know they can't read.
I understand drawing the line at like, what can we name a rivalry after? Not anything with fatalities. I nixed a rivalry name that Jordan proposed last week for that very reason. So like, I understand why you would be like, oh, there's history here that you don't want to confront. I don't know. I don't care enough to make a big deal out of it. Like if schools are like, yeah, we're calling it this, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, it's just
like
game.
how Baylor TCU is the Bluebonnet battle.
Oh God.
Presented by I forget who.
Like I'll just say Baylor TCU if I don't think it's a good name, because then everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I don't need I don't know. I feel like people being like, oh, we got to make this nickname a thing, or like this should be the name. We can't do it. And I'm like, man, like I get it, you know. You have a name. If people use it, great. Like I don't think, you know, this is something that we're necessarily going to be like moving minds on or something. I don't, you know, if you want to change it, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate that the suits hate fun.
Yeah.
And this feels like the suits hating fun.
It's not like they named it the Invesco QQQ War or whatever.
Not yet.
Oh, the clean old fashioned. I ain't calling it that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think when it's just something where schools are like, oh, we're just a little uncomfortable calling it that. I get it.
I will say the most generational hater shit I saw. This is from Hawkman on Twitter. Whoa, this just happened. At the 2-minute timeout here at Mizzou, a guy had a chance to kick a 45-yard field goal for $25,000. Instead, he lifts up his shirt and painted on his chest is a message for KU. It was fuck Kansas. Then he kicks the ball towards the KU sideline and lifts his shirt again.
King.
Generational hater shit right there.
I
salute to that guy.
They interviewed him and he was just like, I had no chance of making a 45-yarder. So I just wanted to kick it towards the Kansas players as hard as I could. Like that, he was like, I know my limitations.
I had a moment and I decided to use it for good.
Self-actualized hating. This is,
I know, man. That's good.
Healthy.
I think the craziest thing about this is both these teams are good. Mm-hmm. I think Kansas is going to make a run towards. I don't think they're going to make a run for the Big 12, but towards they'll be in the top half of the Big 12, at least top quarter maybe. Yeah. And Missouri is doing what Missouri needs to do. They are like a very functionally good team. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they stand up to an SEC schedule, but they're doing very well.
Also, Jordan, I want to take a moment to thank you for getting the screenshot of Mizzou running that long pass for the touchdown towards the end of the game, where you can see the Jayhawk looking up the sideline like he's having war flashbacks. Because I saw that occur live, and Obnoxiously Pitt Boyfriend had appeared, as he occasionally does, while I'm watching football. And I was pointing at the screen like that Leonardo DiCaprio me, being like, look at the mascot, but Obnoxiously Pitt Boyfriend was on his phone. And so I had to show him the picture later.
I got that screenshot. I was able to get
thank you. So, I assumed it was Jordan. Thank you, Commish.
Oh, just funny. It's like you just see the Missouri, the long runs happening, and then you just see the head of the Jayhawk up there, and I was like,
straight on the camera.
It's just like,
the Jayhawk realized what just happened.
Not again.
I'm like, oh no.
And then of course we had Assico.
Thank you for hitting the horns. It's important.
Iowa 13, Iowa State 16. I was wrong about Beth. You and I were both wrong about Iowa State absolutely kicking ass here. Yeah. Y'all were right. Y'all were absolutely right. This game was going to be a fucking fight in the mud, no matter what.
Iowa drags you down to their level. That's what it is.
I think Iowa has broken Mark Gronowski. I think he's broken out. I think that Iowa's in his system and it's like blood poisoning. We're going to have to get him a fuel transfusion.
When you engage with or become adjacent with Iowa, it is like wrestling with a pig and shit in that you both get dirty, but the pig likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, Mark Gronowski. Sorry, Iowa State. It's just, this is what happens.
I don't like, he was injured, right? He had like a procedure in the offseason, didn't he?
I don't believe so.
Is he, like, he was hurt, right?
I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know if he's like 100% still, but it was a shoulder injury, I think.
You're right. It was a shoulder injury that required surgery.
Yeah. So he played through a shoulder injury that required. So I don't know if he's even 100% yet. He says he's feeling back to 100%, but I still don't think he is. So,
well, this game is not the way to get back to 100%.
Definitely not. No. This was the classic, like, oh my God, it's a 13-3 lead. Iowa State's going to run away with it. And then I was like, get your ass back here. And then
nothing else will happen for the duration of this game.
Nothing else is going to happen. I am going to slowly boa constrict you.
We'll talk about boa constricting. There's
another boa coming for sure.
I'm just, you say boa constrictor, but for some reason I'm picturing Iowa State as an egg-eating snake.
Yeah.
And Iowa is just guy's mouth like all the way around, and it looks real happy about the fact that it is very slowly digesting Iowa.
The worst part about this is Iowa's still going to win 8 games this season.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah. That's what they do.
They're a machine built to win 8 games, and they're going to win 8 games. This doesn't matter.
Yeah. And we're all going to hate it.
And this is just...
I can't. I just come to the terms here that I think Iowa's going to win another Sickos national championship.
Isn't Kirk Ferentz like about to become the winningest coach in Big Ten history?
He needs one more, I think.
He needs one more.
Yeah. He needed to win this game to do that.
Don't mind me. I'm just posting a bunch of pictures of eggs eating.
I was just wondering what the fuck is going on in my Discord channel.
I'm having a good time.
Egg eating snakes.
Wait, is the record for just like conference wins, or is it for wins as a Big Ten coach?
Wins as a Big Ten coach.
Which, speaking of Big Ten coaches, they're doing those videos again this year.
Oh God, I love those.
The one that they dropped this week, they asked them about fantasy football. And most of them clearly have no idea about fantasy football, which really tracks from what I understand in terms of like athletes not actually being interested in a bunch of like the stuff that other people interested in the sport are. Like the players and coaches are not interested at all in fantasy football. That's for people who can't actually. They're doing actual football. Like the people. Yeah. Who are doing fantasy aren't doing that, but it was just funny to see them be like, "Oh, who would you take number 1 in your fantasy draft?" That was the question, and multiple coaches were like naming defenders, naming linemen. Like,
they were naming players that they had graduated that were in the NFL, which
they were good players
on their part.
But,
like PJ Fleck named
like
an
fantasy.
Do
I get to just assemble a team?
I mean, PJ Fleck is correct. In the actual draft, PJ Fleck is correct.
Yes, he is.
You want to talk about someone, we're not going to talk about this game probably, but someone who is aware of off-field things. Lane Kiffin mentioning that he apologizes for letting Kentucky cover the spread in an interview.
Lane, don't do this. This is how you get an FBI investigation for match fixing.
Yeah, true. Just one more note for El Assico. Iowa State wins on a 54-yard. Iowa State wins on a 54-yard field goal for the second year in a row.
Jordan, hit the horns again.
El Assico! 9.5 field goals, 2 touchdowns, and 29 total points.
Platonic ideal of an El Assico right there.
Yep.
Arkansas beat the living tar out of Arkansas State. I just want to mention the tailgate scene. There were some whole hog barbecues out there that looked
great. My God. It was awesome. The vibes were awesome. The game was not close.
Yeah. You want to talk about a game where we had 2 sort of equal Power 4 teams play each other? We sort of found something out.
Yeah.
Vandy, Virginia Tech.
I don't know that we found anything out here.
I think we did. I think we found out that Virginia Tech is way more in a hole than we thought they were.
Yeah, I think we found out that Justin Fuente is getting fired.
2?
Fuck.
Who's their coach now? Who's their coach now?
This has happened enough times with VT that now I'm just like, oh god.
Brent Pry is the current coach.
Brent Pry.
We've all been there. We all have that coach that's stuck in our head, and they're just there forever.
It's fine. Yeah, no,
VT
is eternally Justin Fuente to me.
Okay. No, look. This game was the VT. I think we follow Sons of VT, and they love us, and we love their account. They were hyped at halftime. It's 20-10 at halftime. They're hyped, and then you could just kind of see them. And what happened after halftime was just legendary Vandy halftime adjustments. The vaunted Vandy offense came out of nowhere in the second half, and 34 unanswered.
Diego Pavia on his bullshit. Absolutely.
Well, right. You go down. You as Vandy, I think maybe like going down 20-0 in the first half to a team like VT is just making Diego Pavia go, challenge accepted.
There was a great play where it was an option play.
Oh, yeah.
Diego Pavia pitches the ball, and then he goes for the block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, goes head in on the block.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see quarterbacks do that shit.
He didn't even need to do that.
No, it was completely unnecessary. But he was like,
it was completely unnecessary.
I'm going to hit some guys today.
Diego's like, I'm going to just knock the crap out of this safety or a quarterback or whatever.
The heart wants what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I can run with this. He's like, no, fuck it. I'm pitching it. I'm going to go hit this guy. It was amazing.
Excuse me while I hit this guy.
Here, you have this. I'm going to go just throw my entire body at this gentleman over here.
The Jake Haener trophy for a quarterback who doesn't think he can die.
Mm-hmm.
God, Diego's ridiculous, man.
I fully wrote this game off. I watched the first half of it and then just said I am moving on with my day, and that was my fault because I looked at the score 2 hours later, having not paid any attention to the second half, and missed most of the game.
Diego Pavia is perhaps the most college football player of all time. I don't know that anyone will ever top him. Never forget that he first came to our attention in part for breaking onto an opponent's practice field so he could piss on the logo.
He's the platonic ideal.
Yeah. I look, man, he started at New Mexico Highlands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, and then I got to see him play FIU in person. And I was like, I don't know what this kid's doing, but he's hitting the plays, but they're just not catching him. And then they started catching him, and then he wins the Motor City Bowl MVP, the Quick Lane Bowl. And then, 10 wins for New Mexico State, which is kind of unheard of. And then he does what he did at Vandy last year. And then this year, I'm like, you're like, is he going to do it again? And you're like, oh, I guess not. I guess they don't have it. But then 34 unanswered points. Incredible.
From our friend David Hale, Virginia Tech's 21 yards of offense is tied for the 7th worst second half yardage in the ACC in the last 20 years. 2006 VT versus BC also had 21. It's just the 4th time in 20 years and the first since 2019 an ACC team has been outgained by 300 yards in the second half of a game.
Oh no.
Yikes. Virginia Tech's got a wasting disease, and it's bad. Commonwealth Cup this year is going to be just right? Virginia might have a shot.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like
I'm never confident in Virginia in those games.
Yeah.
Like
they've lost like the last 20 or something.
They've won one recently, but it was like it feels like Virginia just screws up in that game a lot. And it probably partially due to or mostly due to VT just beating the crap out of them.
The game that might have told us the most this week. Army 24, Kansas State 21. Kansas State might be bad this year.
Yeah.
That defense is rough.
And we're talking about like the Ireland curse. I don't know if we've talked about this on the show before, but if you lose the Ireland game, things go really bad for you.
I'm looking at it like last year, Florida State lost it 2-10.
Yep.
Right.
The year before that, Nebraska lost it, and they went up firing Scott Frost. And the thing that scares me the most about Kansas State is that they are repeating the exact pattern of Nebraska when they fired Scott Frost. The exact pattern. Nebraska did the same thing. They lost by 3 in Ireland. Then they beat North Dakota the next week, which Kansas State struggled to do. And then they lost by 3 in week 2. Like this has happened before. This has happened before.
All this has happened before. All this will happen again.
I feel bad for K-State.
Which is why I'm excited to break the news that Bill Snyder is going to come out of retirement again.
I was going to say the one thing about this, though, is that I think it genuinely would be a mistake for K-State to fire Chris Klieman.
I agree.
Yes, agreed.
I agree. Yeah. The coaching is not the problem. It's just that for some odd reason, their lines are just, the D line is rough this year. I don't know if they have a bunch of injuries or not. They're struggling on defense.
I mean, it's also like Army just did what they wanted to do, right? Like, you probably can't let Army do what they want to do if you want to be successful against them, because I mean, it wasn't like Kansas State. They only lost by 3. Like they could have won the game, but they just, I mean, Army in the fourth quarter, they had a 7-minute drive and another 7-minute drive. And like,
they had
that's
3 7-minute drives in the second half.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. In the second half, Kansas State ran a total of 13 plays.
Yeah, no, you can't be doing that.
Well, okay, no. So to their credit, they did run a kickback. So they had that's a whole possession where you get 0 plays out of it, but you get 7 points.
That's fair.
That's fair. But
that kick return is probably like a curse, honestly, against Army. Do you think Army was just like, let them have a kick return and we'll just wear them down more? This is like, fuck it.
Kansas State had 6 possessions in the whole game.
I mean, honestly, now that you say that, I am flashing back to the 2016, 2015 Military Bowl, which I went to, and Pitt ran the opening kickoff back and then proceeded to get their asses very thoroughly handed to them by Keenan Reynolds' Navy. So I think there is something to this theory.
Just Army did exactly what they wanted to do, like Arthur said. They choked the life out of Kansas State.
This sounds like a siege.
That's basically this is Verdun-esque.
This is the ultimate boa constrictor. Like we got posts. I got Instagram. It was just like the constrictor's back, and there's like Alice Cooper. Like it's just like with the snake, and I'm like, the boa constrictor. Army's back. Like Army's fans are like fired up after this win because I mean Tarleton didn't let them do this.
No,
Tarleton like stifled this to the best of their ability, and Kansas State couldn't do it. Which I don't know.
Army had over 40 minutes of possession in this game.
Yeah, this was. And they didn't have like the crazy Army 10-minute drive. They had 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, nearly 8 minutes. But the K-State kick return, which we didn't post, or I don't know if somebody didn't post it, or whatever. But it was just like okay, but now Army gets the ball back because I didn't want to like celebrate. I'm like, hey man, you got your points, but like Army's getting the ball right back, and your defense is gassed.
Your defense is going to go get chop block some more. Like life is going to be your knees are going to be fucked.
I feel bad for the K-State defense, but Army again. How good is Tarleton State?
So this week, do you know who they played?
Tarleton?
Yeah.
No.
They played Missouri Valley.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Mississippi Valley State. Oh God, that must have been horrible.
59-3.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So I don't know
the Delta Devils. Yeah,
you do know we have 2 data points now. Make a line.
We're Tarleton State. We have 3 data points for Tarleton State.
Ooh. We know lots of things.
I'm almost gotten Tarleton State as like an outside chance at the national title in FCS. at this point.
Whoa there, Haas. Let's roll that back.
Look, man, I'm looking at the UAC. I'm looking at their schedule. I mean,
go off, King. We have a line.
Look, I mean, we got three points here for Tarleton. I mean, when I watched them against Portland State, I was like, damn, they're fast. And then they were still fast against Army. And, again, Mississippi Valley State is not really going to tell you too much. But they handled their business. Again, crushing them. So we'll see how they get it. But, I mean, they got to be like a top 5 team in FCS at this point.
They are. They're either third or fourth.
Yeah.
By the way, Portland State scored 20 this week.
They did it.
Hey! Points.
So our only scoreless team is now Akron.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Wagon wheel this year is gonna be real good.
Ad read.
We have a special announcement today, listeners.
Yes.
We are now partners with Home Field Apparel. They are the official and exclusive apparel brand for the Sickos Committee.
That's right.
So I see a University of Nightham shirt. I see a Home Field shirt, a Toledo shirt. I'm wearing my Colorado School of Mines shirt.
There's a full cast shirt.
Shirt.
Yeah.
This is the exclusive shirt from the live show that they did with the full cast and Split Zone Duo. So it's not for sale, but I have it from.
I still see the Home Field logo on it.
It is a Home Field shirt. They sponsored the show, but it's not one you can buy on their website. But what can people do if they have one that you can buy on their website?
Like the one that I am wearing, which is a Home Field shirt that has like an old-timey cartoon football holding popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
And a Go Team sign. That one you can buy, and we encourage you to do so.
We encourage you to head to Home Field and buy all the stuff this week, especially if you're a part of the Backyard Brawl.
Yes.
We have some amazing West Virginia and Pitt gear that you need to go buy.
I think my favorite shirts for West Virginia, personally, are the Forestry shirt, the Division of Forestry shirt.
Yep.
I have the Ride of the Future, the PRT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if I can pull off like the Puff Ink hat, but I love the one that just says Almost Heaven, which is phenomenal. Pitt Girl, do you have like a favorite, Pitt item?
Oh yes. Happy Rock is my favorite. There are 2 different Happy Rock shirts. One of them is gray and it says Hail to Pitt, and it has him being very happy on it. And then there's a different one that is yellow and says Pitt in big white text and has Happy Rock carrying the football on it. Both of those are great. I will say also, in the spirit of kindness during this Our Blessed Hate Week, that the PRT shirt is also very good, and I bought it as a gift for obnoxiously Pitt boyfriend's little brother, who is now a medical student at West Virginia.
Oh,
so it is the ride of the future.
That's all right. Beth, Virginia, what's your favorite?
As part of the spirit of this particular hate week, I'm pretty sure I gave you one of the Happy Rock shirts.
You did. You got it in a mystery box, and now I have 2 of that one.
Because that's really what Hate Week is about. It's about forging connections so that you can give home field gear to the people in your life.
When you have the mystery box and then you get the wrong school, you know someone to give the shirt
right.
to. That's
this is important.
Week.
I really like the Let's Roll Out the Carpet.
Oh,
West Virginia basketball shirt.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yes, I have it and I wear it frequently. I really enjoy that shirt.
As a neutral in this particular hate week, the script West Virginia, the like dark heather blue shirt with the gold script is probably one of my most worn home field shirts. And I do also have Happy Rock, and I wear him a lot.
As you should.
And they have Dartmouth gear now.
Hooray!
So go buy your Dartmouth gear, everyone. Jump on the bandwagon now.
Go.
Join our beehive where we have our weekly Sicko synopsis, our stat summaries, and our weekly food fusions and various other posts all week long.
Behive.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon for $5 a month. Get access to our Discord where you can chat with us throughout the week. You can join in our weekly ratings debates where we rank the games. We have extra podcasts behind the paywall and a bunch of other stuff as well.
Yes, if you were a part of our Discord this week, you picked the game of the week.
And you did a very good job.
If you were part of it, you did a good job. I mean, this was a great thank you, patrons, because I will say this as a commish. Typically, I have kind of like some favorites, which is going to be number one. But this week, this was a committee effort, and the committee nailed it. This is why we're a committee. You guys nailed it. So join the Patreon. It's totally worth the $5 a month. Honestly, what can you get for $5 now anyway? Like, can you go to like a restaurant to get $5? Like,
we provide you with more than $5 of entertainment a month.
Like, you go to McDonald's and can you get a combo meal for $5? No, you can't.
You can definitely get something for $5 at McDonald's.
True.
Stop it, Arthur.
But again, thanks, Arthur, for helping us out here.
I think the podcast is probably more satisfying than whatever you can get at McDonald's for $5.
It's tough to say if the podcast is more satisfying than the $2 Sheets hot dog deal, though.
Go to our merch store at sickoscommittee.org. Commish just put up our Big Ten Forever sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Big
has
Ten West Forever.
West Forever. It has all of the states.
I had to name it the large 9+1 West Forever.
No one will ever know.
Nobody's ever going to know.
How would they know?
I don't know. The large 9+1. Just to avoid some things. But it's basically the state outlines of the Big Ten West. Some folks have made some comments that like they want old conferences like this again too, and people are clamoring for ACC Coastal Chaos.
Correct.
So maybe we could get that. And then I looked at the Coastal. I was like, these states do not make sense.
They're not.
And maybe we could put it in like the shape of like a storm or something, because it's just chaos. Like, you got Pitt, you got North Carolina up in there. It just doesn't make sense.
The ACC itself stopped being contiguous when Maryland left.
Yeah.
There is a gap. There's a hole in the ACC.
Your Darien gap.
Uh-huh. Well, and the ACC's divisions were not set up for geography because they figured that wouldn't work from a competitive perspective. Instead, the divisions were set up around just how good historically Miami and Florida State are. And surely we just got to have them in different divisions so that they play in the championship game, right? Because they'll definitely be doing that.
And that happened so many times, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. It was almost every year.
Yeah. Set your watch by it.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube, check out our Instagram, check out our Twitch, and as always, check out Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go the places we refuse to go and track the meltdowns that we don't deal with.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Some other games that were interesting to us. Sorry, lost my place. Scrolling back.
Miami, Ohio, Rutgers.
Rutgers 45, Miami of Ohio 17.
Rutgers, I still don't understand why you did this. It turned out fine for you, but why did you do this?
Yeah, that was Rutgers is things.
Opening.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the Rutgers opening MAC challenge for Rutgers. It's like, oh yeah, we'll show you who's MAC. Like Rutgers. They took down the 2 title game participants in back-to-back weeks. Rutgers has won the 2024 MAC.
I am genuinely very curious about how many times has it occurred that a team has spent 2 of their non-con games on a team from the same conference.
I feel like for Rutgers specifically, they just are going through a list of MAC teams.
It has a little bit of a vibe, though, of you getting in the fight at the bar, leaving, coming back in and being and another thing.
I'm doing Grandpa Simpson, but I'm coming back instead of leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just think it's an intentional strat. If you're Rutgers and you're okay, we got to play 9 Big Ten games, who should we schedule for the other games? MAC teams.
MAC.
UConn.
Sunbelt. Call up ULM.
Texas State 43, UTSA 36. This one was a banger and got buried on ESPN Plus for no reason.
I watched the whole damn thing.
This is a great game.
This game was phenomenal. The errant snap to start the game off with a safety alert was great. It wasn't like over the head. It was just like the punter was gonna do a rollout and like the running kick, and the snapper like led him too far. It just basically misconnect on the snap, and then the punter had to go back and then bat it out of the end zone to get the safety. Every time I looked at UTSA fighting for their lives to get a touchdown, and they get a touchdown, and then immediately Texas State hits a freaking long, deep pass, and then they're basically in the UTSA red zone or in the end zone immediately. I don't know what UTSA was doing on defense, but my God, the Bobcats were slicing them up.
Both teams had over 450 yards of offense. UTSA went 3 for 12 on third downs and 1 for 6 on fourth, which sort of tells the story how they lost this one.
They got stuffed on fourth and goal on, I think, their first drive on the 1. And it kind of looked like he got in. But then on the replay, it was just, I've never seen a team be able to just form a wall and push the guy sideways.
Right. It was wide. You don't see that very often.
It was just like they were able to like just curve him like sideways, and it was beautiful defense. I didn't think Texas State had defense like that, but it's still a shootout. I want to give a shout out to both wide receivers that I every time I looked up, they were catching a long pass. Bo Sparks, 5 catches, 155, an average of 31 yards a catch, and 1 touchdown. He had a long of 73. That 73 was not his touchdown. Was not his touchdown.
Hell yeah.
All right. And then Chris Dawn Jr. had 2 catches for 109, an average of 54.5, a log of 56, no touchdowns. None. Like they would just I don't know what it was, but they would just hit for some odd reason the quarterback was all alone, or like he splits the safety perfectly. It was a phenomenal game. I know the folks at San Marcos are hooting and hollering, and they're probably still tubing right now as we speak.
I saw a great Photoshop of the Texas State flag on top of the Tower of the Americas. Northern Illinois 9, Maryland 20, UAB 24, Navy 38. Navy ends up beating UAB, but UAB looks okay in the process.
I guess. I want to give a shout out to Maryland's quarterback. Maryland's quarterback is fun. Like he looks like he's got a lot of chaos in him. And he's got some, like basically his legs move faster than his body.
Oh,
and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were doing the trivia on the Twitch, and I was just watching that game at the same time. But Maryland probably should have scored a couple of more times, but they just kept messing up at the end in the goal line. But they still won 20-9. I was like, just put it away, Maryland. And Maryland was like, no.
I have the Hanna-Barbera cartoon running noise playing in my head now.
It does. Yeah, it did feel like that, but like he's raw talent, like high talented quarterback. And they got a good one there, but it's just that I was looking at Mike Loxley. I was like, it's like the dad is like, son, you just need to calm down a little bit. Just slow down a little bit. And he's going to be doing that the entire year, but fun to watch.
Tulane almost fucks around and finds out. Tulane 33, South Alabama 31.
Oh man, this was the Tulane fuck around find out team.
Tulane was in a hole for most of this game.
Yeah, so like Tulane was down 14-0, like right off the bat of the game. Then they tied it 14-14 after the first. So like by the time the first quarter ended, it was 14-14. And then Tulane takes a lead 27-14. Then they get a touchdown to make it 33-17. Then kind of all hell breaks loose for Tulane. They missed the extra point. So now it's still a 16-point game. Then South Owl comes to life. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. It's 33-25. Touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. Tulane holds and intercepts that 2-point conversion attempt. They get the onside kick, and they do like a random, like, because South Owl still had like 2 timeouts or whatever, and they couldn't fully run the clock out. It was a weird like last 6 seconds to run the clock out to win that game. But, you know, again, Mardi Gras back in New Orleans. Sorry, Mobile, you lost it.
Toledo 45, Western Kentucky 21, and that score does not tell the full story. This Toledo was up way big. Like Toledo, there's a big red grease spot in Toledo. I think this just talks about the top of the MAC seems to be better than the top of Conference USA.
Yeah, maybe. We'll say that.
So Western Kentucky is going to need to bounce back off this one. Houston 35, Rice 9. Okay. Rice wasn't as zesty as I thought it was going to be.
No, this is like I've got leftover rice in my fridge, and it's not like sad bachelor rice, but I am saving it to turn into fried rice tomorrow.
Do I need like to put that in the rice scale that I made?
No, I think that lies somewhere on the rice scale, but it's like a half a step somewhere.
Okay. I couldn't, I was like trying to add more. Like people like, well, you need fried rice. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, there's so many people were we posted it. It was like, well, I'm more of a risotto guy. I was like, get out of here, man. It's like, what the hell?
I prefer short grain rice. Where's my short grain rice?
Short grain on this scale?
Sushi rice. Where does sushi rice fall on this scale?
Where does sushi rice go?
Fresno State 36, Oregon State 27. Oregon State, okay, the special teams play was so bad that their coach in the halftime interview said, special teams, a fucking joke.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
At the end of the,
Like that made air.
That made air.
Hit the oh no disaster button.
Which one is it? There
it is. Oh, no! Disaster! What a bad idea!
Because that.
So their long hold up. Their long snapper is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they're using a backup long snapper. And this proves my theory that we talked about before, that a long snapper is like a very fundamental part of your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if without a long snapper, you cease to be able to do large chunks of things. And people in the timeline were like, well, fuck it. In my high school team, there were 5 of us who could long snap. And, any center should be able to long snap. It's not like that, guys.
No.
It is a very specialized position. And when you can't long snap, like huge chunks of things stop being used. Like punts are gone.
You know what's funny? Like when I was doing the long snapper previews the entire offseason, like FCS would carry like 3 or 4 long snappers on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to FBS, they're only carrying 1. Maybe you will see a second one. But in this case, there supposedly was a backup long snapper for Oregon State, but the starter, Dylan Black, who got hurt, I just want to give a shout out to him because he was out all last year, medical redshirt with cancer, and he defeated.
Oh man,
he defeated cancer, so he's back. But then he got hurt. He had a hand injury. He had a hand injury, which when you're a long snapper with a hand injury, that's devastating.
Not
so
ideal.
They were down to the backup long snapper.
So here's my question though, because some of the stuff that they messed up, like there's certain things where it's like, oh, like maybe you got to figure out how to do that, right? Like if you're backed up in your own territory, like I get, like, yeah, you got to try to figure out a way to punt, right? But like, how are you still attempting to kick extra points if you don't have a long snapper?
Just
like
go for it.
Yeah, like there's certain situations where I get that that's not as, or that shouldn't be as easy of a calculus. I feel like with point after, right, when you score a touchdown, you got to either kick it or go for it. I feel like the go for it is such a readily available option that, like how are you trying to kick those if you have no long snapper, right? I like at a certain point, you just say like, yeah, we're not going to kick any field goals. If we're in field goal, we're going for it. And, either we get the first down or, they get the ball and, you're probably not giving them great field position. So it's probably fine.
You become your own very specific version of Coach Never Punts.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and even with punting too, like, you maybe you want to try something where, like, if you have your regular center and your quarterback lines up in like shotgun and just tries to get one off real quick, and you're not going to have the distance, but it's, I don't know. I feel like trying to keep long snapping when you don't have a long snapper is not a good idea.
Let's talk about punts here. I'm going to show this to you guys if you haven't seen this yet. You need to keep eyes on the Oregon State punter here.
That snap. It hit the ground and rolled, and he just kicked it.
Yeah, that's an illegal kick.
Guy.
And now it is being run back for a touchdown.
Yeah. So it hits. So he fumbles it, lands. So the snap is bad, hits the ground. Punter kicks it off the ground directly to a Fresno State player.
Yeah.
And listener, if you were not keeping track at home, that is illegal touching.
It's
an
illegal, I guess, an illegal kick or illegal batting. And when he did that, I'm just like, he dropped the ball. Like, he didn't need to do, he still had time. And then the snap wasn't too awful. Like, it was just a little bit off to the side, and the punter didn't make the catch. And then just basically panics, kicks it, and then like it's like a ground ball that hops up perfectly to the Fresno State player, who just takes it down the sideline for the punt return touchdown. Kevin, how long was this punt scored for here?
Officially 6 yards.
How does that even work if it wasn't a legal punt in the first place?
So the penalties decline. They have to score it some way.
Okay.
So now this gets scored as a 6-yard punt, which is the shortest punt of the week, with a punt return touchdown.
The play description of this play on CFB database was like 4 sentences long. It's usually field goal good or something like that. It was so long.
In this essay, I will.
Yes.
Do we have that out right now? Do we have it or no?
I don't have that sheet pulled up. Give me a second.
Hold on. Let me see if I got it. I can find it because I want to read it because it was ridiculous. I sent it to you earlier today, right?
I have it. No, that's kickers. Yeah.
Sorry.
You sent it to me.
We got to trim this, Arthur.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh, here it is.
Maybe I'll just fill it with ads.
Sure.
All right, here we go. AJ Windsor punt for 6 yards. Jaden Carrillo returns for 42 yards for an Oregon State touchdown. For a TD. Oregon State penalty. Illegal touch of kick. Yards. Declined. 2-point conversion failed.
Oh, they nailed the conversion. Perfect. God.
Oh, man.
BYU 27, Stanford 3. Stanford may be the worst P14 this year.
They had a safety. BYU got a safety that I've never seen before.
Ooh, new safety just dropped.
Yes. So Stanford's on like the 1 or 2 yard line, and they try to throw a wide receiver screen, like a bubble screen.
From the end zone. From the
end zone. And BYU blows it up and basically tackles the wide receiver for a safety.
That was like, I watched some of this game. That is the one thing that sticks out about it to me. I would like to note that safety helped BYU get to 14 the hard way.
Yeah.
Because they had previously gotten a touchdown, failed a 2-point conversion, and then kicked 2 field goals and were at 12. And I had flipped over to this game and been like, BYU, how did you get to 12? And it was like not actually that interesting of a way to get to 12. And then they got a safety.
So it looks normal.
But it wasn't.
It reminded me of how Mizzou got to 21 points against Kansas. Yeah, it was like touchdown, blocked extra point, touchdown, made extra point, safety, that was probably illegal batting, but they didn't call it. Field goal. 21
Perfect.
points from Mizzou. Yeah, it's perfect.
Extremely normal.
Yes.
Arizona State 20, Mississippi State 24. First ranked win for Mississippi State in ages.
Yeah.
They rush the field, tear down the goalposts, but they do not get them out of the stadium.
The last 2 minutes of this game were absolute pandemonium. That was all I watched of this game, and that was exactly the right amount. Though Arizona I will say, go ahead, Commish.
Arizona State had like an incredibly long drive, and they had to settle for a field goal. And they take the field goal.
Almost 9 minutes. I caught the very, very end of this. And I was like,
and so yes! They took the field goal. And then like I've never seen the Arizona State quarterback was out on an island by themselves, and they hit a post pattern for like 50 some odd yards for a touchdown from Mississippi State. Now I listened to the Fullcast After Dark, and they said that the Mississippi State ground crew is the one that tore them down and carried them off.
Oh, the goalposts.
Yeah. So like when they rushed the field, they got them off, and they saved the goalpost. So this was not an official goalpost.
That would make sense because the posts were down before they did the post-game interviews. Like they were interviewing Mississippi State's quarterback on the field, and someone cut in and said the posts were down.
But that means that we're not allowing the posts to fulfill their sea longing.
I know. We were
this is wrong.
I think it's cool. Like if you're that organized, that coordinated, like you got a plan for that. I like that. I like a team that is so confident in their team's ability. Like, we got to have a plan in place for when our fans rush the field. We got to get the goalposts out.
I found a pond for them to go to. There was a pond nearby.
Was it Chadwick Lake or something?
Chadwick Lake. They said it was they said it was like a retaining pond. It smelled like shit.
Well, it could have been a retaining pond that smelled like shit with goalposts in it.
That's right. I want to say, like, Mississippi State's ground crew is phenomenal. Period. Like they have fantastic like groundskeeping and like a lot of them that graduate from there are like in charge of golf courses in the area, like the grass and everything like that. So they graduate a ton of folks there. So yeah, Mississippi State's ground crew is that. I would believe that they are that well organized, for sure.
Louisville 28, James Madison 14. Louisville's defense is the name of the game here.
Yeah.
Louisville's defense puts up some huge stops on JMU. I still think JMU is my favorite to win the Sun Belt, but this was like Louisville just stopped them.
Probably.
Cincinnati some more than Bowling Green. Don't care about the score. Pudge was there. Pudge had security.
Right.
Pudge, I would die for you.
Home field, please start making a Pudge security shirt.
There is a Pudge shirt not made by Home Field.
Yeah.
It does exist.
I don't like it because the long snapper George and the cat don't really get much of it.
Yeah.
They show that and I'm like, they only get like X amount of dollars, and I'm like, no, that's not enough. They need to get more.
Yeah, we gotta feed Pudge.
We gotta feed Pudge.
Pudge got his own backpack carrier or his little head. He got a helmet and a jersey now.
I love that Pudge rides around in the like cat backpacks that look like they're riding around in their own little spaceship with the bubble.
Yeah, and the bubble bag.
He's just Pudge is living the dream. I also Bowling Green, if you're listening, I will drive to Bowling Green to meet Pudge. If we're allowed to meet Pudge, I would like to meet Pudge. I will pick Beth up so she can come with me to meet Pudge.
Yes, this is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the biggest upset of the weekend, USF beats Florida. This was just an absolute nightmare for Florida.
Oh, yeah.
In every way possible.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite play was an errant snap that goes over their 6'4" punter's head. Do you know how high you have to launch it?
We had some really good safeties this weekend. I'm going to say that. This was like the safety, like phenomenal safeties this weekend. We had Colorado School of Mines with like a game-winning safety, even though it came with like 14 minutes left in the game. But they won because of that safety. And kind of you could say the same thing for South Florida here. Like they would not have won if they didn't get that safety. And you know, they needed the walk-off field goal, but the 2-point cushion to give them the win essentially was the safety.
Yeah, shout out to Joey who's cutting those up for our YouTube channel right now. That's going to be a banger video.
I'm starting. Follow our YouTube. I'm starting to compile all the safeties that I can find, and we'll put them up week to week until they take it down because we don't own those videos.
USC beats Georgia Southern. Colorado beats Delaware. Delaware played a pretty good game to start with, then just ran out of talent. It happens.
I would like to state for the record that game was available in 4K for reasons.
Ooh, because it was on Fox.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was on directly after Big Noon, and they just let the 4K keep rolling, I guess.
I mean, Delaware 4K. I mean, better than Flow Sports that they were on last year.
Sadly, Fox seems to know how to put the ads on the 4K feed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Ooh.
Baylor 48, SMU 45. This one goes to overtime as well.
Mm-hmm.
This was a spiritually Big 12 game, even though SMU has never been part of the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baylor ended up with 600 yards of offense, SMU 450. And Baylor never led this game in regular time.
Nope.
Yeah, I would like to formally apologize to some of my Blue Sky followers because I kept accidentally calling this game the Revivalry. I know it's not the Revivalry. Look, there are just a lot of religiously named schools in Texas. This one's the lock-in. It's fine.
I like the lock-in. That's good.
I think this one's the lock-in. We've talked about naming one of these the lock-in, and I can't remember which one.
I think it was this one that we called it last year.
Okay.
I'm already on the record as like I can't be bothered with some of these names. So I did enjoy this game just because of, there was a lot of offense. It was kind of going back and forth. It ended up in overtime. And it was kind of funny because you have this game, right, with all of this offense, all of this firepower, but then you get to a situation in overtime and it's like, okay, Baylor just needs a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. I mean, it feels like a little bit of a letdown that they're not going to score more points.
Shout out and my deepest sympathies to SMU's kicker who kicked 2 field goals wide right within like 5 linear minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Like that is extremely rough, buddy, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
Illinois 45, Duke 19. Brett Bielema was back on his defensive substitution shit, and Mario Cristobal was losing his mind.
Did he make the 8-eye stinker face again?
Did you just call Mario Cristobal the Duke head coach?
Sorry, not Mario Cristobal. Manny Diaz. Manny Diaz. Manny Diaz was on his shit.
To be fair, former Miami coach.
Wrong Miami coach.
Yeah.
Count it.
The Duke radio call was disgusted by this, was like, we're here to play football, not whatever this is.
Okay, Duke, look, I remember there being a Pitt game at which David Cutcliffe iced Pitt's kicker twice, like consecutively. Like, I'm going to ice him. Oh, wait, I'm going to ice him again. You guys don't get to be mad about this. Don't do this. Get off your high horse, Duke. We know you're just as bad as the rest of us.
And Kevin, is Duke our spinach team of the week?
Duke is the platonic ideal of spinach here. Like, I don't know. I'd have to look at last year to see if we ever got this spinachy, but Duke had 438 yards of offense. They outgained Illinois, and they turned that 438 yards of offense into 19 points.
Nice.
With the help of 4 fumbles and 1 interception.
Fumbles lost will do that to you.
Oh, I was gonna say because that how did Illinois get to that many points then?
I want to give a shout out to the one guy in the stands at Duke wearing a Tulane shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just taunting the transfer QB that Darian Mensah that left Tulane.
Illinois in this game had touchdown drives of 18 yards, 75 yards, 75 yards, 61 yards. Oh, wow. They're actually all long. 89 and then 23.
I love the fact that Illinois, after the Citrus Bowl, they're selling the T-shirt with Brett Bielema making the substitution sign.
The T,
the T. Yes. I love that they're doing that. Shout out to the Illini for that. That's awesome.
Central Michigan, not so many. Pitt, a bunch. Pitt wins this one.
Uh-huh.
Pretty comfortably. Arthur, was that a mimosa picture? Was that a mimosa you're drinking?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the background here. I went to this game, right? Noon kickoff. They had brunch cocktails up in the club level, and I ordered one because I was like, that would be a good picture, and I kind of want the Acrisure Stadium branded plastic flute that they would serve it in. So I went up to the bar and I said, like, hey, can I get the mimosa in the flute, but can you just do something like non-alcoholic? Just use Starry or something to mix it with the orange juice. Just So it looks like it's a mimosa, but there's no alcohol. And they were like, yeah, we can do that, but it's still going to be $15. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I just, I want the flute and I want the picture that I'm going to take. And that's what's important. But the reason I did this was because after the game, I was going to drive home. And, if you're driving, you should not drink alcohol. It's a very bad idea to drink alcohol and then drive. And I was not about to do that. And so I enjoyed this starry and orange juice mix responsibly.
All right.
Thank you for making the decision to not endanger people on the road. Also, shout out to my youngest sister, who was the Pirates designated driver of the game this week and got a really cool Yeti cup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it has the Pirates logo on it, but you can't win them all.
Neither can the Pirates.
No.
I don't really follow baseball at all. I don't really have an emotional investment in it at all. But it was really funny to me hearing the numerous Dodgers fans that were filling up PNC Park all complaining about, like, man, how do we lose a series to the Pirates? How are we're going to have to try to avoid the sweep against Paul Skeens? Like, they were not having a good time with the game. And that amused me a lot.
Jacksonville State 34, Liberty 24. We no longer have to deal with playoff Liberty.
Hooray! Thank you, Jacksonville State.
So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you, Ass Kicking Chicken. Thank you, Ass Kicking Chicken.
There were a lot of blowouts this weekend, usually of teams playing FCS teams. This has
happened. I know. I mean, Florida State did win over East Texas A&M 77-3. Yeah.
Yep. Ohio State beat Grambling.
Yeah, I mean, normal. And Grambling did play neck in the stadium, which was phenomenal.
As they should.
Yes.
But then you've got Oregon 69, Oklahoma State 3.
Nice.
Oh, man. From Chris Vanini, some Sunday thoughts. Mike Gundy's 2 worst losses at Oklahoma State are his last 2 games against FBS teams.
You hate to see it.
TJ Eckert says, by my count, this is the worst Oklahoma State loss since November 8th, 1907.
Anything can happen in Bedlam, since this was the Oklahoma game.
This is one of the outcomes of Bedlam, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma wins by a lot is one of the anythings that happens in Bedlam. It is perhaps the most frequent anything that happens in Bedlam, in fact.
Did you see the duck come out as a Labubu?
I was going to say, there is something that we actually have to talk about with this game, and it's Puddles dressing up as a Labubu.
No.
He had teeth. They put teeth on the duck.
Yeah, because Labubu... Yeah, but it's because Labubu have teeth, which I am opposed to, but it's fine. I just don't like Labubu. What I will say is this. I do think that I appreciate the attention to detail in the Labubu costume, specifically the fact that the costume had like the strap and the keychain ring to indicate that not only was the duck a Labubu, but specifically that he was one of the keychain ones.
I had so when I saw the picture of this, my first thought was, wow, he must be really warm in there.
Oh, he was running like he could barely move.
And then I remembered that this is a person in a mascot costume who is, by definition, already very warm, who we've put inside of another mascot costume. This is a Matryoshka doll of mascots.
I heard you liked mascot costumes, so I got you a mascot costume for your mascot costume.
One other thing I will say
I now want all of our non-teeth birds to dress up as vampires for Halloween.
One other thing I will say about this Puddles costume is you can't have the head fall off when the head is encased in the onesie, because the Labubu costume was a single piece, so the hood and everything. So they made sure he was not going to lose that head 2 weeks in a row.
This is also why Aubie's head has never fallen off, and why Lee Corso was not allowed to wear his head when he picked Auburn for game day. It's because his head is attached, as most people's are.
Not mine. I'm built different.
Not Puddles' either.
I'm glad y'all stopped me from uttering a word about Mike Gundy. So I'm good.
What are you gonna say?
It's Gundy-licious.
Oh God, no, nope. We're gonna continue talking about Labubu for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I don't know the context of that, but I don't know. Labubu is something I've only heard of it as part of this podcast, but it has made me aware of what these other brands are trying to do with their knockoffs. Like when I get an email from Spirit Halloween advertising something called Horror Babies, I'm like, okay, I know what they're going for.
Sexy Labubu costume spirit.
I do want to mention one thing about the Michigan-Oklahoma game. Oklahoma wins this game. Hey, John Mateer, welcome to the big leagues, kid. He was playing like his pants were on fire, just like he played at Wazoo. I'm glad the world gets to meet John Mateer and enjoy this. He's still throwing some crazy ass passes through interceptions. Who the fuck cares? He's just having fun out there. He's another ball ass ball player. Just like so much fun. Clemson beats Troy barely.
Oh yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news.
Yes.
I'm pleased to inform you that the NFL game that was just playing has ended in a scoregami. Ravens 40, Bills 41. That is scoregami.
Jesus.
And the Bills came back in very improbable fashion to win this game.
Yes.
Texas beats San Jose State, and I tweeted out something. I think Arch Manning might have unlocked something.
Yeah, man. Calm down.
It felt like he had finally found it.
I love like you just every now and then you just go into like Texas fan mode.
Yeah.
And you post it, I'm like, slow down.
It's always a little jarring when that happens.
It's like he's like normal Texas fan. I'm like, oh, it came out. I gotta tamp it back down.
Yeah, what's that doing here? That's not what we're here for.
I'm gonna horns it back down.
Back in the box, Texas fan.
Arch has 2 more weeks against bad teams to really lock this in.
There were so many replies like, man, it was San Jose State.
Hastily shoving Jordan into a locker.
I'm like, what did Jordan? I'm like, damn it, Jordan.
What?
Hold the Texas in. Horns it back down. Horns it back down.
I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like if you want to read into a game, you can. I feel like reading into any college football game over a 1-game sample size is crazy person behavior.
Yeah, but that's the fun part about this sport.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about his performance in this game relative to
Arthur, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you, like harshing my buzz here. Like you're just coming in and like ruining everything. You're Buzz Killington. Stop it,
Arthur. You're being reasonable.
Stop being reasonable. Get out of here.
Louisiana Tech 7, LSU 23. Best part about this was the 66-year-old sousaphone player.
Hello to Kent Broussard, who is living the dream.
Look, man, a 66-year-old freshman in the band.
Hell
playing
yeah.
the sousaphone.
Playing
wonder, neck. Dancing to Chopper style.
I wonder if they made him like bring them yard markers out for practice. Like most freshmen.
Like you're hazing a 66-year-old freshman.
Yeah, make him wheel the podium out. Come on.
How many of his bandmates have already asked him to buy them alcohol?
Oh, absolutely.
All of them.
He is buying alcohol for the whole band. He is fucking. He is like running liquor at this point.
His own personal LSU band moonshiner.
Kent is taking everybody to the neighborhood for the senior discount meal. Too.
His AARP card's getting them big deep discounts at the bowling alley.
It's true.
I'm hanging out with Kent Broussard, baby.
Kent State 14, Texas Tech 62.
Ouch.
No, it's fine. They got like 1 point something million off this. It's fine.
They scored.
They did. And had an excellent THICC SIX. Texas Tech did. Mike Golick Jr. got the call, and he was the happiest man alive.
That's all right. I'm gonna say that the committee folks voted for me to wear the THICC SIX shirt. This unlocked Golick getting to call a THICC SIX. So like everything, the stars aligned.
the full corn moon aligned. And here we go. We got the THICC SIX.
Let's get the call.
Got his height as well. Montez retreating. That one's batted. That one's picked. And we got action in Lubbock.
Your boy is moving.
Yep.
Howard, a big man touchdown.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Kent State also had a snap that just like didn't snap. Like the center tried to snap it.
He just left it on the ground.
Yeah.
And no, he didn't notice it though. Like he did his blocking instead. He didn't even notice the ball didn't snap.
No, the ball just sat there for like a concerningly long amount of time, and then somebody finally noticed it, and then the dog pile started. Like I do like the idea of like stealth football.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just there. Nobody sees it.
Every so often you'll see a situation where there's like some sort of option and the cameraman doesn't know who has the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Sometimes you fool people. It's misdirection.
You fool yourself, in fact.
Nebraska 68, Akron 0. Akron has yet to score this year.
Womp womp.
And then our final game. We believed in you, ULM. We needed you to believe in yourself more. 73-0. Alabama scored on every drive.
I don't care. I don't care that Bama scored on every drive. I don't care. I don't care that Alabama's quarterback, the starting quarterback, Ty Simpson, went 17 for 17. I don't care. I don't care about it. You know, ULM got their money. This is a paid game. And also, shout out to punter MACKENZIE Ryan for clotheslining the crap out of a returner.
Beth, I don't know if you saw this. I need you to see this, Beth.
This is spectacular.
We sponsored his nutrition and like the Brews on the Bayou thing. And I was like, give me the punter's nutrition program. And so the committee sponsored the nutrition program. And look, this is what we sponsored here. The Aussie rules punter, like just clotheslining a returner.
Here we go.
It's phenomenal. I'm like, oh yeah, this may be a punt return for a touchdown here. But MACKENZIE Ryan says no. Kaboom.
This is what the money is for.
That's
it
right.
It really is. And listener, I just want you to know, like, this is not a punter tackle. Sometimes the punter tackles happen kind of incidentally. No. MACKENZIE Ryan is running full speed to stop this guy and then lays the wood.
This guy's ankles go over his head. Like this, he is backwards.
Got, like full clothesline. Did you dislocate your shoulder for this, MACKENZIE Ryan? Maybe. Was it absolutely worth it? 100%.
I don't care. I don't care what happened in this game. The highlight of this game was MACKENZIE Ryan. ULM mentioned everywhere. It doesn't matter what the score is.
Is he Australian? Hell yeah, he is.
That's right.
Do we get to put out a billboard for this?
I mean,
Clothesline of the Year award.
Clothesline of the Year award. MACKENZIE Ryan.
For the record, according to Blue Sky, that kind of tackle is not legal in Australian football.
No.
Oh, so he brought that out for this. Okay.
That's right.
It's special just for this.
He's been holding that rage in his heart for a long time.
That's right. Do it, MACKENZIE.
Some FCS fun before we get out of here. Bryant beats UMass. Bryant's first ever win over an FBS team.
One in a row.
So
also,
I was kind of doubting on, like, New Mexico State had trouble with Bryant. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe Bryant's good.
Or maybe UMass is UMass.
Still, it's a win over an
FBS. Two things can be true.
The UMass faithful are not having a great time right now. No. Mentions. LIU wins their first FBS game ever against our beloved Eastern Michigan. The Sharks win.
So they survived a quarter in Ypsilanti.
Yes, they did survive a quarter in Ypsilanti.
They survived, unfortunately, 4 quarters in Ypsilanti.
Oh.
Look.
LAU.
Let's go Eastern Michigan.
That's what I'm hearing.
Flush this out. Get this out. Let's go. Eastern Michigan, just bounce back. Ready. Next game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Let the Maccoon compel you.
That's right.
Mercyhurst actually drops the hammer on FCS newcomer New Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some upset news, LAMAR upsets number 4 South Dakota at home.
Ooh.
In Beaumont.
In Beaumont. This was amazing.
It was great. Shout out to LAMAR. Shout out to head coach Pete Westmondo. This is like a big program win. This is also a huge thing for the Southland. The FCS, like, conferences are kind of in a bit of upheaval right now. The FCS season's been kind of crazy already. There's been a lot of upsets. There's been conferences that are winning games that you don't think they should be winning games. And so these auto bids are some of these one bid leagues may be getting some additional teams in. So this is wild. Shout out to LAMAR. Also shout out to LAMAR's social team for like politicking for all the FCS voters and like, hey, you're gonna rank us?
Yes.
Do it, LAMAR.
UTRGV is 2-0. They beat Prairie View on the road.
Yeah.
They were up 17-0, and then Prairie View comes marching back. But at the very end, they get a TD to win this thing 27-21.
That's right. I mean, they have the best winning percentage in NCAA football of all time.
That's right.
They do.
Idaho State, New Mexico. New Mexico wins this one. Idaho State battled like hell, though.
Yeah, Idaho State had like a lead, and then like New Mexico got a touchdown to take the lead back, and then they got like another one that salted away. So this was, again, the battling Bengals fighting, but good for the Lobos to get the win.
Portland State did score in North Dakota. North Dakota wins this one 50-20. Sacramento State, Nevada. Nevada wins this one 2017. Sac State, though, was on their asses the whole game. And Sac State should feel pretty good about this.
The pick six at the end to lose it, they probably don't feel good about the end.
That was
they probably should have won this game. That pick six shouldn't have happened. But it did. And unfortunately they lost.
In probably the best game this week, South Dakota State, Montana State, double overtime win for South Dakota State 30-24. This was an amazing game. Bozeman was fucking rocking the whole time. Speaking of other special teams fun, I do have a little clip to play for you here.
Yeah, this was great.
Here we go.
A swing and a miss.
A swing and a miss by their punter.
I think I got the BC game confused. I think the South Dakota State quarterback fell down, the BC OT game. I think that I got that confused. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Live shot of me attempting to punt.
Oh, no.
He dodges. So the Montana State pressure is coming. They're going to block it. He doesn't punt. He rolls out, goes to punt, and just misses it. Montana State picks it up, runs it back in. St. Thomas gave the Idaho Fighting Taters a lot of hell.
Yeah, they did.
Idaho wins this one 37-30, but it was real close. And also, folks, they have a turnover tater sack.
Yeah. Ooh. Just for this game. Shout out to our friend CFB Campus Tour who got to hold the turnover tater sack.
Only for this game?
I don't. So they're only the Fighting Taters for this game.
I think
if it does return,
the turnover tater sack.
I don't know. If it does return, it returns.
I hope it returns.
I feel like you win, and well,
yeah.
Northern Colorado got absolutely screwed on the last play of the game at Colorado State. They should have had Colorado State, and this call was bullshit.
This is wild. There's a whole Reddit thread. I found out about this because there was a Reddit thread about it. And so basically there's a touchdown pass at the end that looks fine. Like it happened. It looks fine. It looks like a completion. I didn't watch all the slow-mo reviews, but like there's nothing that looks like it's an incompletion, but it got ruled an incompletion, which means that the touchdown came back upon review, mind you. Just kind of sus, guys. This is just kind of sus.
It's very, and then like, there's a big thread on it I mean, the Big Sky tagged us and I was like, what? It got overturned? Like how?
Literally how?
I don't know how.
Eyeballs were looking at
like
this?
It was ruled a touchdown and I'm like, how do you overturn that? Like I couldn't see an angle. I don't know if they saw some other angle, but I don't know how they overturned that. But man, Northern Colorado has been down for so long. And they've had some rough seasons. They were like 1-11 last year. And I mean,
that could have been a huge win for the program. But man, that feels awful. That call feels really bad for those out in Greeley, Colorado.
Monmouth keeps rolling 49-28 over Fordham. This was seven TDs for the quarterback.
The quarterback had 7 touchdowns. They scored 49 points. The quarterback was involved in all 7. Shout out to Derek Robertson. He was 29 for 43, 342 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he had a rushing touchdown. So it's all 7 TDs. Quarterback, take that, Al Bundy.
Other big upsets in FCS. Presbyterian beats Furman 39-38 in overtime. Do it, Commish.
I gotta sing it. The Blue Hose, winning different area codes. Hose. Yeah, man. They better be ranked. Do we know the area code for like Mercer and Macon? And do we know the area code for Furman?
We're gonna put this graphic together.
San Diego Light upsets Southern Utah, and then Valpo loses to D3 Adrian.
Who's gonna say
Adrian. Is this the same Adrian that we mentioned like 2 weeks ago?
Yes. The Adrian that the Western Illinois head coach played for that I interviewed. So like there's a connection here.
All roads lead to Adrian.
And
that's what I'm learning here.
There's like one Valpo fan and I mentioned like, well, we don't have any scholarships like D3. And I'm like, this is the Pioneer League. You just had the Blue Hose upset 2 ranked teams essentially. And then like San Diego just upset a ranked team. The Pioneer League is so wild.
It's wild.
Like we're upsetting people when they shouldn't, and then they're like losing to D3 teams. The Pioneer League is the best.
Commish, run down our stats at the end.
All right, here we go. These are coming out in the Sicko stats summary. The Spinach team of the week, we already talked about that. Duke, 438 yards, 19 points, outgained Illinois and lost by 4 scores. Basically, for the Spinach team of the week, it's just a share of total yards compared to total points. The longest scoring drive of the week, Western Carolina, they were down 42-3, but then it all came together. They went 14 plays in 10 minutes and 3 seconds for the longest scoring drive of the week. The Catamounts may have not won the game, but they won the longest scoring drive of the week. Also, Pioneer League, we're back here. The longest non-scoring drive of the week, Dayton. They went 20 plays, 59 yards in 11 minutes and 43 seconds to open the game. And they missed a 21-yard field goal.
No!
They still won 38-0. But they win the longest non-scoring drive of the week. Safety alerts again. Shout out to Colorado Mines for the game-winning safety. It was like 14 minutes left in the game, and then nobody could score after that. So they won 33-31 over West Texas A&M. Nebraska, Missouri, Georgia State, Old Dominion, Texas State, Wake Forest, Wazoo, South Florida. I feel like I'm missing some, but if that's correct, the teams who scored a safety were 7-1 in D1 this week.
Ooh,
so 7-1. Longest punt of the week, I'm going to give it a shout out to Charleston Southern punter Gilbert Brown. He's on the FCS Punter of the Year watch list. He struck an 82-yarder on the first drive against Coastal. And then finally, our clock commander of the week. Are we just giving it to Billy Napier?
We're giving it to Billy Napier.
That feels correct.
Yeah, Billy Napier's getting
it. Teal went down on Friday night. That was they lost to Concordia of Wisconsin. 5 turnovers, going to have to do a little bit better than that, Tomcats. They did score a touchdown in the 4th quarter and got a 2-point conversion, and then they onside kicked it and lost it, and that was the end of the game. So,
but points.
Yes,
we like points.
Points. So none in a row, but maybe.
The road to 3 is real.
Yeah.
We were trying to go for 4, right, this year, right?
Yeah, the goal is improvement. So let's see if we can get 4.
Get to 4. Okay.
Road for 4.
They can get 4.
Hey, folks, that is our summary of week 2 of college football. We will see you again on Thursday as we preview week 3. Have a good week, guys. We'll see you then.
Beth, I just had a mean thought.
Oh?
Oh, no.
Teal or West Virginia?
God damn it.
The blue hose.
Yes, Mr. Gecko, you're a huge inspiration to us all. But who was your muse?
Oh, my dear old Nan. She imparted many wise words to me. She would say, never let the fame get to your head, always remember who you are, and let people get more than just savings with Geico's fast and friendly claim support. I lived up to her advice, and now anyone can file a claim anywhere and anytime. I miss her so much.
Did she go somewhere?
Yeah, extended quilting trip.
Ah.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Shopify's point-of-sale system helps you sell at every stage of your business. Need a fast and secure way to take payments in person? We've got you covered. How about card readers you can rely on anywhere you sell?
Thanks. Have a good one.
Yep, that too. Want one place to manage all your online and in-person sales? That's kind of our thing. Wherever you sell, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/listen. Shopify.com/listen.